Welcome back to Tech Break by Friday. So, I promised to make it up for you for missing a week on uploading an episode. Today's topic is a really exciting one for me. We talk about context engineering, and it changes the way we talk and think about AI. This is why some AI tools can provide the answer you need based on your situation, acting as a personal guide, while some other tools can make you throw away your laptop, and you seem to get nowhere. So, want to give you a dilemma. Have you ever asked ChatGPT or any other AI tool to help you with something specific to your business, only to get a response that's technically correct but completely useless? Like asking for help with your marketing strategy and getting generic advice that could apply to literally any business on the planet. That's not a moral problem, that's a context problem. And today we're going to solve it. So, here's a wild stat for you. According to industry leaders like Andrew Karpathy, who co founded OpenAI, most AI failures aren't because the AI isn't smart enough. The issue is that AI doesn't have the correct information at the right time. Think about it like this: imagine hiring the world's most talented personal assistant, but every morning they walk into work with complete amnesia. I don't remember yesterday, no understanding of your business, no access to your files or contacts. How helpful would they actually be? That's how we've been using AI, and context engineering is how we can fix it. So let's start with what is context engineering. So let me give you a simple version first. So, context engineering involves designing and building dynamic systems that facilitate prompt engineering for LLMs because it focuses on providing all the necessary context for the task to be plausibly solvable by the LLM. So, I know that this might seem a bit confusing, but let's move on and I will explain basically what this means. So, here's where it gets interesting. This isn't just about writing better prompts. Most people think that AI improvement is about finding the magic words to type into ChatGPT. Context engineering is completely different. It's about building systems entirely on their own. As experts at LangJane put it, context engineering is a system. Complex AI agents obtain context from multiple sources, including application developer, the user, previous interaction, tool calls, and other external data. So basically, you need more data, more information in order to solve a specific problem. Think about it as you would talk also to a human. You would want them to know what's going on in your business in order to help you. You provide them with context in real life about what's going on in your business in order to help you. So, this is what you need to do also with AI. Of course, if you are using all the free plans with AI tools, you have to know that they train on your data most probably. So, I wouldn't trust you using a free AI tool and putting on like your files for your business that contain numbers or data that should not be public. So there you should be careful. This is just like a hint for you guys. So let me just paint you a picture. So traditional prompt engineering is like trying to explain your entire business to someone with a single text message. So you can imagine that it's kind of difficult. You have a lot of things that you have to go through into a business. You have maybe sales, you have marketing, you have operations, everything moves on. So, context engineering is like giving this person access to your company database, your style guide, your customer history, your business goals. They have them all and they can pull them exactly what they need for each specific task. This is what you would like to do also with AI. You wouldn't like to create the smartest AI agent for your business without them having context for your business. Here, why this is revolutionary. So, context engineering treats context as everything that the model sees before it generates a response. This includes systems instructions, user prompts, conversation history, long term memory from previous interactions, retrieved information from databases, available tools that AI can use, and every structured format for outputs. So now I'm giving you like some sort of list of what is the context basically. And it's a lot of things. Like context can be files, can be previous conversations, can be a lot of things. So, as Andrew Karpathy, a co-founder of OpenAI, perfectly summarized, context engineering is a delicate art and science of filing the context window with just the correct information for the next step. Unlike static prompts, context engineering creates dynamic systems that provide the correct information and tools in the right format at the right time. The key insight is that most agent so a lot of tasks fail, but they fail not because of the model is not capable enough. They fail because they don't have the correct information at the right time in order to generate a response for you and for your use case. So this is really important to remember when we try to evaluate AI agents and how they complete the tasks. So now let's move on to the difference between context engineering and prompt engineering. So I was talking to a business owner who was frustrated with AI tools. She said, I asked it to write an email to our biggest client about a delay in their project. The AI wrote something that grammatically was perfect, but sounded like it came from a robot who never worked in our industry. That kind of makes sense, right? So the AI doesn't know the voice that you want to write. Everyone has a voice to who they write, they have their own type, they express things different. So the difference between prompt engineering and context engineering is that prompts would focus on how to write a better request. Context engineering would give the AI access to previous emails with that specific client, the company's communication style guide, details about specific project and the delay, the relationship history and context, and maybe some similar situations of how they handled this use case before. The result, an email from someone familiar with the business, the client, and the situation. And probably something that if the client read it, wouldn't think that it came from an AI, would probably be pretty close to thinking that a human wrote it. So, some real world examples. Let's discuss some of them. So, one of them is you can have customer support. Instead of a chatbot that gives generic responses, context engineering creates systems that instantly pull up customers' account history, previous interactions with support, current account status on ongoing issues, maybe some help documentation for the specific situation, or even the customer's preferred communication style based on past interactions. So that would make actually the customer support agent a lot more friendly towards the human and maybe more effective because no one wants a robotic answer when they have a problem and they're trying maybe to figure out when their order is coming or what happened to their shipment or get a tracking number, something like this. Content creation, rather than asking AI to, for example, write me a social media post about our product. Context engineering provides your brand voice, guidelines and examples, recent post performance data, current trending topics in your industry, your audience demographics and preferences, your content calendar, and upcoming campaigns. So, this would actually make AI understand more about your contact, your brand, your voice, your audience, maybe your target customer. So, it would be able to create a post that is closer to what you want instead of something that is pretty generic. Example 3, business strategy. Instead of generic business advice, context engineering gives AI access to your actual financial data and trends, competitor analysis and market positioning, your team's capabilities and resources, previous strategic decisions and their outcomes, current market conditions and opportunities. Imagine you had like your own business strategy tool. Like you had an AI service that could be basically your AI co-founder. If they knew everything that you know, and you can basically ideate, I think you would get better answers on how to proceed with certain issues that you're not sure about. Or maybe you would get the advantages and disadvantages of a certain situation or a call or a decision that you want to make. So, why this matters right now? So, here what's fascinating. Toby Lutke, the CEO from Shopify, he sparked a conversation on social media in June 2025. He basically said that context engineering describes the core skill better, the art of providing all the context for the task to be possibly solvable by the LLM. So this was immediately endorsed as well by Andrew Karpathy, and he called that it's basically the delicate art and science of filling the context window with just the right information for the next step, as we also mentioned before. So the technical reality. You don't want to get too technical here, but let's understand some basics in order to help us understand why this is so important. AI models like GPT-4 or Claude are prediction machines. They look at the text that you give them and predict what should come next based on patterns they learned from during training. So here's the key. They're stateless, so this means they don't remember anything between conversations and they only know what's in their immediate context window. Think of it like their short term memory. Like when you open up a conversation on ChatGPT, it knows only the information that you have in that conversation, nothing else. So, when you ask an AI to help you with your business, it's not pulling from some magical database of business knowledge. It's working purely with what was learned during training, which might be outdated, or what you told them in your current conversation. That was before actually ChatGPT became a bit more agentic and had the memory function. Now it can remember from your previous conversations, but also again, it contains only the information that you have had with it. So basically, if this context is also outdated, this might also fail. So context engineering changes this systematically, providing the AI with the current relevant verified information for its specific task instead of AI guessing and making things up, because basically it hallucinates if it cannot give you an answer. Most of the times, it's working with your actual data. So, let's talk about what this might mean for your business. Companies that implement context engineering are seeing drastically improved accuracy in AI generated content and recommendations, reduced time spent fact checking and correcting AI outputs, more consistent brand voice across all AI assisted communications, better strategic insights because AI is working with real data, not assumptions, increased trust in AI tools because outputs are reliable and relevant. And I want to mention that these come from companies that they have developed their own internal AI tools. They are not publicly available to consumers. So think of like big organizations that have the capital and workforce in order to design and implement these AI models for their business, or they hire someone else to do the work for them. But this is what makes AI tools exciting and makes them better. So I think I would like to move on to what you can do. What are the action steps for you? So I give you three steps. Audit your current AI usage. Look at the AI tools you're currently using. Ask yourself, what information does this AI need to be truly helpful to my specific situation? What's missing? How can I improve the output? What can I do more? Monitor yourself. Maybe look at your prompts, maybe like save them in a file and take a look for your how you can make your answers better, or if how you provide like more and more context, how your output improves. So start building your context libraries. As I said before, you provide more and more information, but in order to do that, you need to have the data. So collect and organize the information that would make AI more useful in your business. For example, brand voice examples and guidelines, customer personas and research data, previous successful projects and outcomes, industry specific terminology and standards. Step 3, think systems, not prompts. So instead of focusing on crafting the perfect prompt, consider how you can systematically provide AI with the right context. It might mean integrating into your existing business tools and databases. But think of how I can give it more internally and securely instead of me having to craft the perfect prompt every time. So this is not sponsored, but if you have the pro subscriptions of Cloud or Perplexity, you can use Cloud Projects or Perplexity Spaces to add files and information you need for context. So test how the answer might differ when you use more context. Think of systems and track your prompts. Basically, what I gave you in the 3 steps before, you can try and play out with Claude or Perplexity before you build your own internal business tool, and see if that gives you any benefit and how you can improve yourself. If you want to build an internal tool later on, um, you can talk to the sponsor of today's episode. So the sponsor of today's episode is Aurelia Edge. So their services is about integrate AI faster with business needs, closer to other industries like retail, manufacturing, and many more. So I will leave the link below, and you can take a look and you can give them a message, and they can give you like all about the services and what they can do for you. So, looking ahead, context engineering will be the foundation for AI agents that can actually understand your business and take meaningful action. We are transitioning from AI that provides generic advice to AI that can make informed decisions tailored to your specific situation, goals, and constraints. The business that master this now will have as a massive advantage as AI capabilities continue to expand. I think that AI tools will make business game a lot easier, and they will provide a lot more leverage for business owners. So I think context engineering represents a fundamental skill in how we think about AI, from trying to find magic prompts to building intelligent information systems. And that's the difference between having an AI assistant who's constantly confused and maybe someone who just truly understands your business. If you take away one thing from today's episode, let it be this. The future of AI isn't about more innovative models, it's about better context. The companies and individuals who understand this will be the ones who actually get value from AI and integrating AI into their business, while everyone else is still struggling with generic, unhelpful responses. That's all for today's episode of Tech Break by Friday. If this resonated with you, I would love to hear about your experiences in AI context in your business. Reach out on our Instagram, Tech Break by Friday, with dots in between, or email us at techbreakbyfriday@gmail.com. So we would love to hear your opinion. And until next time, keep questioning, keep learning. And remember, the most powerful AI isn't the smartest one, it's the one that knows exactly what you need. Thank you very much for listening, and keep building.